Welcome to the GoldPASS powered by Handshake Academic Advisor tutorial. I'm Raquel Anderson and I'll be walking you through this tutorial. In this session, we will discuss an overview of GoldPASS, what students have access to, employer features, as well as academic advisor best practices. Let's get started by discussing the difference between GoldPASS and Handshake. The difference is GoldPASS is the U of M's name. Regardless of the software system that the U of M has contracted with, our name has stayed the same. Handshake is the software vendor that provides us with GoldPASS. We've been on board with Handshake since May 2018. Put them together and you get GoldPASS powered by Handshake. Essentially, all three are the same thing. However, Handshake's marketing guidelines states that anything in writing or print must say powered by Handshake. So when you see marketing material, it will always say GoldPASS powered by Handshake. In this presentation, I will be sharing some data with you. All of the data I'm sharing with you is imported information or is employer information. However, it's important to note that the only data imported is the student's first name, the X500, and their college. This will be changing in the coming year. More information like major, class standing will be imported into Handshake. Handshake is open to all 5 campuses. Students are defined as anyone in a degree-seeking program. With the exception of Carlson School of Management graduate students, they use a separate system called Talent Link. Students gain access after registration for courses. Students lose access if they do not graduate or are unenrolled for 2 academic semesters. And our alumni have access indefinitely. This is the start of our 3rd academic year on Handshake. We currently have data from 2 full academic years. Let's first take a look at unique logins. Unique logins are defined as specific individual logins. So if I log in 10 times, for example, I would only be counted once. And here we have a total number of logins since May 2018. We've had over 500,000 students log in. This number includes repeat logins. Here is an overview of unique logins and total logins by college. No surprise, our largest college, the College of Liberal Arts on the Twin Cities campus, has the most unique and total logins. Most of the unique and total logins are divided out by college population size. One important note as you look at who is accessing GoldPASS here is Carlson School of Management undergraduate college came on board in 2019, so their numbers may look different a year from now when they've been on the system 2 full academic years. And another important note are the colleges with a double asterisk next to them. These colleges don't strongly utilize Handshake in the same way that the other colleges here listed, so their students are really finding GoldPASS through broad-based marketing or by happenstance. How students are using GoldPASS. Students can upload their resume and other documents such as cover letter and transcripts to GoldPASS. This circle here illustrates how many resumes have been uploaded. Students also are applying to internships and jobs through GoldPASS. One important note is GoldPASS is only one modality in which our students can apply for jobs and internships, so these numbers are not reflective of all opportunities our students have applied to. Another important note about this slide is Handshake's application process changed from the school year 1819 to 1920. Beginning September 2019, applicants could apply to external employment sites directly through Handshake, which is likely one reason for the increase. So, for example, if I were a student applying to a job at the University of Minnesota and it was posted on Handshake, I could click on the apply button on Handshake and it would take me directly to the university's external employment site where I could fill out my entire application. And it would count that application on Handshake. What students have access to? They have access to career fairs. We hosted 64 career fairs during the 2019-2020 academic school year. They have access to career events. Career events are essentially anything besides career fairs. Think of classroom presentations, company site visits, info sessions, mock interviews, networking sessions, virtual sessions, workshops, and more. Another important note about career events is that these are not only events posted by the university, employers also have the opportunity to post their events on our Handshake platform. And all employer events are reviewed by Career Services prior to making them visible to students. We want to ensure their legitimacy, the professionalism, and that they align with the majors offered here at the university. During the 2019-2020 academic year, we hosted 396 on-campus interviews. Recruiters come directly on campus to interview U of M students specifically. During that same school year, we had over 125 professional opportunities posted. An important note with our professional opportunities is all opportunities are reviewed by a Career Services staff member prior to being visible to students. Students also have the ability to research organizations and to network. They can network through the peer-to-peer resource inside of Handshake. They can either opt in to network with solely University of Minnesota students on Handshake or with all client schools on Handshake. There are more than 800 client schools on Handshake right now. In addition, students have the ability to create saved searches for things like fairs, events, on-campus interviews, and they have the ability to favorite organizations. Anything that they do to create a safe search, receive notifications, or to favorite a company will impact the content that they see on their home screen. Another important factor to keep in mind for the 2020-2021 school year is our virtual fairs feature. This has changed from previous years. All career fairs this school year have been hosted virtually, where students have had the ability to attend group sessions or one-on-one sessions with recruiters and companies via video through Handshake or through other software platforms that colleges are using to host career fairs. In addition to the resources on Handshake, students have access to things like Going Global. Going Global is a great resource for both international and domestic students. International students can search for jobs in their home country, learn how to write a resume in their home country, look at organizations who have applied for H-1B sponsoring in the past 2 years here in the U.S. Examples of ways domestic students might use Going Global are, it's a great way to research internships or job opportunities abroad. If they're interested in relocating within the U.S., students can look at a city guide of companies that are popular in that area, who's hiring, what the market looks like overall. Students also have access to what can I do with this major. Students can learn about typical career areas and types of employers that hire people with each major, as well as strategies to make themselves more marketable candidates. Students have access to the Maroon and Gold network through GoldPASS, so this is just another way that they can network. The Maroon and Gold network is brought to us by the Alumni Association and a way for students to connect with University of Minnesota students and alumni. Additionally, they have access to Candid Career. This is a 1 to 4 minute career-related video resource. There are videos on topics such as navigating a career fair or insight into specific fields of interest to them. Finally, students have access to Interview Stream. Interview Stream is interview preparation software with over 7,000 pre-recorded interview questions, where students can create mock interviews for anything from case studies for financial advisors, professional school interviews, or industry-specific questions if they're looking for a job or internship. Students have the ability to record their interview responses and send it to whomever they'd like to receive feedback from. We currently have over 23,000 organizations that are recruiting directly at the University of Minnesota. And with those 23,000 organizations, there are over 42,000 recruiters. Recruiters can opt to make themselves visible to candidates. If a recruiter chooses to make themselves visible, this is another way students could network through the Handshake platform. With our organizations, here is an example of our top 10 hiring industries on Handshake. Employers can choose from 62 industry areas, and they are limited to only one, which means organizations that are healthcare companies also hire outside of healthcare. They have IT departments, marketing departments, HR departments, and so on and so forth. In the upper right-hand corner here, this is a breakdown of the 125,000 jobs we had posted. 76% of those jobs were full-time employment opportunities. 23% were internships. That equates to a little bit more than 28,000 opportunities, and about 1% were volunteer opportunities. This heat map on the bottom illustrates where the organizations are located that are hiring our students. It comes as no surprise that the red here is the area where we have the most companies, and that would be in Minnesota or in the Midwest. All right, here are things that you can talk to students about and how GoldPASS can help them with their major. So they can think, how does industry align with major? Or they can use it to explore Plan B options. Does major matter for the field they're interested in? They can look at jobs by job function. Recommend an industry search for those interested in a specific field. If students use the keyword search, they should not search by major, but rather by job title. Employers are used to posting jobs by job title. Please recommend that students update their profile regularly to stay relevant. This is where recruiters will reach out to them or do different things, and if their profiles are not up to date, they may not be receiving communications that they otherwise would receive or receiving the relevant job information on their home screen. Remember, employers and jobs are reviewed by Career Services prior to being visible to our students. Finally, Handshake is a great way for our students to research organizations. This last slide illustrates different ways students could utilize Handshake depending on their school year. So year one, they'll want to log in and familiarize themselves with Handshake. Fill out their career interest inventory. It's a survey that pops up when they first log in. Upload their first resume. Complete their profiles and really research jobs by major. Year two, a great thing to do is to update their profile. You'll see this theme year to year. To explore and or attend career fairs and events. To begin creating safe searches and job alerts. Apply for internships or volunteer opportunities, and really start researching organizations. Year three, they'll really want to update their profile and their resume based on any experience they've had over the last couple years. They'll want to attend the career fairs and events, apply to jobs, explore attending on-campus interviews, and start researching jobs by region. Where do they intend to live after graduation? Finally, year four and beyond, they'll want to update their profile, their resume, and their cover letter if they haven't done so already. Attend career fairs and events. apply for after graduation opportunities, and attend on-campus interviews. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this tutorial today. If you're an academic advisor here at the University of Minnesota and you do not have an academic advisor account on Handshake but would like to, please reach out to your College Career Service Office Employer Relations staff member and they can get you set up with an account soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.